What do you focus on? Hi, this is Vasudevan, author of Amazon bestseller Follow Your Heart, Your Brain is Stupid. One day, a professor entered the classroom and announced to the class that he is going to give them a surprise test. The students waited anxiously at their desk for the test to begin. The professor handed over the question papers to each student with the printed side facing down, as usual. Once he had distributed the question papers to each of the students, he asked them to turn over the question paper and to start the test. When the students turned over the question paper, they were very surprised because there was no question on that side. All that they could see was a small black dot somewhere around the center of the paper. They were wondering, what am I supposed to do? The professor, looking at the blank expression on the faces of the students, told them, just write about whatever you see on the paper. So the student didn't have any choice, so they started writing the test. At the end of the test, the professor collected the answer scripts and then he started reading out the answers written by each student loudly so that the rest of the class could hear. Every student, without exception, had described the black dot, the shape, the size, the color, the position of the black dot on the paper, etc. Once he finished reading out all the answers, the students were looking at him anxiously. They were wondering, what is the right answer? What is the professor going to tell us now? The professor began by saying, I'm not going to grade you on this test. I just wanted to give you something to think about. Each one of you focus on the black dot on the paper, but not one of you talked about the white part of the paper. This is exactly what happens in our lives too. We have a white paper to enjoy, to observe, but we always focus on the dark spots in our life. Our life is a gift given by the universe with love and affection to enjoy. We always have reasons to celebrate our family, our loved ones, our relatives, our friends, the job that gives us our livelihood, our home, the city that we live in, the beauty of nature, etc. However, invariably, we focus on the dark spots in our life, the lack of money, the health issues that we may be experiencing at that point of time, the strained relationships within the family or at job, the missed promotions, etc. The dark spots are very small compared to everything that we have in our lives, but they are the ones which pollute and affect our minds. Take your eyes away from these dark spots in your life. Enjoy each blessing, each moment that life gives you. Be happy and live positively. Wasn't that a beautiful lesson? What is the moral of the story? As the professor said, life is a bag of good and bad experiences. There will be positives and there will be negatives as we move along. Life will never be perfect, right? If you want to live a happy and joyful life, we must focus on the positives and ignore the rest. This is the only way you can be happy. Life will go on no matter what. So don't focus on the things that do not give you happiness. Focus only on the things that fills your heart with joy. Before I close, I would like to share two beautiful quotes which are very, very apt for this particular episode. The first one goes like this: you can't get to a better life by focusing on what's wrong with this one. This is by Donalyn Civello. Let me repeat. You can't get to a better life by focusing on what's wrong with this one. The other quote is by Billy Cox. It's again a beautiful quote. He says, focus on what you have instead of what you don't have, on what's right instead of what's wrong, on where you're going instead of what you have been through. Let me repeat. Focus on what you have instead of what you don't have, on what's right instead of what's wrong, on where you're going instead of what you have been through. My last episode was a bit longish one. It was about 45 minutes, which is the longest episode that I have done. Therefore, I decided to follow it up with a shorter one. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, do like, share, and if you're not already, consider subscribing to the channel. See you in the next. Bye.